Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I set up all my filming gear just for this. So this is the Purelure Zana, arrived today. It come covered on bubble wrap, and as you can see it's a huge box. This is a metallic frame bait caster with sort of the same braking type that you would find on Daiwas, like my Tatula 80 right there, the MicForce Z. And this one comes with two spools, a deeper and a shallower. And I know what you're thinking. I've seen one very similar reel on AliExpress, and I will compare both, but for that I will need to go on the table.
So now that we're on the table, I have to explain you that this is a $100 ordeal right now on AliExpress. It should lower a little bit on sales day, and then you have that juicy coupons from AliExpress and from Purelure that usually have some nice coupons in here. All the information about the company on the back, and if we open this rather luxurious box, you have all the info about the reel. 6+1 ball bearings, aluminum body, stainless steel ball bearings, carbon washer on the drag alarm, clickers everywhere, conical guide, 7:6:1 gear ratio, and the drag of 4.5 kilos or 9 pounds. And they give you free stuff. So they give you a 4-strand brand, in my case 0.4 PE, a pair of gloves, I think are the same exact model that I usually use on the winter. So they will cover all the fingers except the thumb, index finger and middle finger. So the other two on the end of the hand will be covered, which is nice on the winter. You have the shallow spool, and you have this nice box for your reel and 3 packs of small paddle tails. Mine are white and translucent, and you have the diagram, which is actually quite nice when it comes from Purelure. Even if this part is in Chinese, when you open, you will have the exploded diagram of your reel, and in there you will have all the parts, and you have the size of the bearings. So if you want to upgrade the bearings, it's actually quite easy. You don't have to disassemble everything to have the measurements to order. You can order straight as soon as you get the reel, or you can ask me on the comments or pause the video, because this is 4K, so probably you'll be able to read the size of the bearing that you want. Either way, we put everything back on the box because we are not only, but we are mainly interested on that purple shallow spool. The spools will be sent on random colors. At least it's what they say on the website. So nice padding on this box, nice branding also on the box. And you can see the reel. The knobs are quite pleasant to the touch. Now, audio check. Sounds quite nice actually. And if we take a closer look on the braking system, you can see the magnets over there pointing inwards, and they sit, the whole assembly sits on springs. You can see me adjusting the braking on the side plate, and the whole assembly will come out. But you see, it will come inward, but there's still some leeway because the system, the whole ring, it's sitting on springs. But you can see me now pushing the one of the two arrays of magnets, and it goes in. There's still some controversy of the left and right version, or the one that I have, the left version. The magnets are not going inwards, but that's actually quite hard to test right now. I have to think of a test that I can do to prove that. Again, as in other reels with this type of cup, inducted cup, it will come out as you put more force in it. Supposedly, you can see the micro bearing over there, and in here you have the very custom looking shallower spool. So it looks like the sort of spool that you would buy for a conquest or something like that. And you can also see already the ceramic bearing. I have my hands with a little bit of grease from handling the other spool, but this has a fixed inducted cup, as a lot of aftermarket Daiwa shallower spool versions. It's very thin aluminum. It feels like it doesn't weigh anything, even though it weighs just slightly less than the deeper spool. And there's another thing about this spool on this reel. It looks like it's just one piece. Even the shaft, look, it's made from the same material, just everything machined to spec. So pretty premium looking. And now if we close everything, and this side plate, it's a bit fiddly like the Micro Monster Pro. Good thing you don't have a lot of bird's nest, so at least that massive, that you need to open the side plate a lot. So now I will just play with the brakes to see if they are effective. So I will just fast forward this part. So I'm messing up with the brakes from 0 to I think 9, that is the maximum, to see if there's any effect of the magnets on it. And there is, they work. And now I'm just weighing in the whole thing with the deeper spool. So 139.7 grams, which is around what I would expect to be. They claim 139 more or less, so it's not that bad. It's better than most of reels. Usually they are 1 or 2 grams overweight. So 6.3 grams for the deeper spool on weight. And now for the shallow spool that I really don't know how to put it on the scale, you have 5.4, so not even a gram difference between the two. So they are relying on the shed of 0.9 grams and the ceramic bearing. So a quick weigh in with a shallow spool, it should be under 139 grams, so 138.7 right on spec, which is, so it's actually, it's true, they're about 139 as they claim on AliExpress. And now I will grab my calipers and give you the measurements on this reel. So starting with the shallow spool, if I put my calipers right, so side to side 25 millimeters, and from point to point on the shaft it's 38.5 millimeters. The rim on the reel it's 32 millimeters, and inside of the reel you will have 26 millimeters. So cool shallow spool. And now for the deeper spool, inside you will have 20 millimeters. So bit deeper, not the deepest of spools, but still deeper. Now for the handle, so 85 millimeters on the center of the axles of the knobs, which means on total this is a 90 millimeter handle, which it's actually quite proportional to the reel. And now we get the other reel that looks very similar to this one. Again, you have to do this little trick to take the cover out. I find my Kingdom Micro Pro a little bit harder to take out than the Zana. And now I'll give you a little bit of a comparison between the two. So everything looks the same. It doesn't feel the same because the finishing on the Kingdom will have a lot more fingerprints, and it feels, how can I put it? So the painting that you have covering the Zana feels thicker. It feels like it has more clear coat, and it has a better feeling on the hand. The Micro Monster feels the matte finishing. It will get more dirty and it feels more abrasive on the hand. But as you can see, I'm putting everything mix and match, and it will fit perfectly. And right now on AliExpress, I just saw that Purelure is selling the spools So you can buy just this spool on this color and look at the match. So I think it's around $30 plus shipping, which should be cheap for such a small part. But look at this cool match. So I even putting the side plate of the Zana on a Micro Monster Pro. So I will just make a point of comparison. The Kingdom Micro Monster Pro costs, let me think, minimum $65 thereabout. The spool alone costs $30, and you get the protective bag, the extra spool with the box to put the spool, and you get the gloves. So as a total package, the Zana, when it gets on promotion price, I think it will be a better deal. But if you already have the Micro Monster Pro, you know what you can do. I will leave everything linked down below. The knobs also on the Micro Monster Pro feel a little bit worse. I prefer the shape of the ones on the Zana, and I also prefer the bushings or bearings that they use. I don't think they are bearings, but the bushings feel better than the ones on the Micro Monster Pro. But either way, they are very, very, very good baitcasters with a aluminum chassis. As you can see, mechanically, I don't think there will be any difference. My Zana feels a little bit smoother, but I cannot pinpoint that to being Purelure or Kingdom. I think that's purely luck. But the finishing and the knobs feel nicer on the Zana. Price point wise, I think the Zana, if the price goes down on promotion day as on same proportion that the Micro Monster, it's a better deal with what you get. So $30 for the spool that has a ceramic bearing, $10 for the gloves, $5 for the braid, the reel itself, the carrying bag, the lures, you get more value. But either way, I hope to have time to fish this guy next week to have a video for you guys on the water. Don't forget, if you like this type of reviews, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and until next time, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!